This just in, the Louisville Cardinals beat the Washington Huskies in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl out in El Paso, Texas. 35-34. Washington scored late with an opportunity to win the game. And there was also an onside kick that made things very interesting at the end. But when it was all said and done, Jeff Brom and his guys come away with the win. I'm Tommy Tran, now joined by Gary Danielson, who is on the call with Brad Nessler and Jenny Dell over on CBS. So, Gary, you had a tremendous game from start to finish, but really it's the finish that has everyone talking right now. What'd you think of the review, the score, the two-pointer, the onside, all of it?
I don't know if I can remember all that. The reach by DeMond trying to go for the score, and the ball fumbles through the end zone. The fourth down pass interference play. The catch that was almost a catch and knocked out of his hand by McDonald at the end. And then Antonio Watts makes a tremendous play. He really isn't covering that guy. A veteran player goes back and makes the thing. Here's what I think, okay? We all love competition. We grew up on it. We played in the backyard. We played at the park. We played in high school. Some of us are lucky enough to compete in college ball or the NFL. If you're going to line up and strap it up, you got to respect the game. And these two teams have respected the game, and it was a joy to watch.
To follow up on that, Gary, obviously this game there were some opt-outs, there were transfer portal guys, but the guys that played in this game, what did they show you when you were calling it out there in El Paso?
A lot of talented players. We didn't know all their names when he first came here. You study up the best you can. You think you know how both teams are going to play. You respect the two coaches. As you saw during the game, Ness and I, we broke ground together covering Jeff Brom as a quarterback in our very first telecast together when he was the quarterback of the Louisville Cardinals. And now we get to do this game as head coach. We just respect the players, our whole crew. We go from championship games to Army Navies to games that mean a lot to the national audience. Well, we know these games mean a lot to these two teams, and everybody pours everything into it. Again, very proud to be a part of it. That's what I enjoy about sports, and we got to see the competition all the way to the end of the game.
It was a fun one. I got one more before I let you go, talking about Jed Fish, who took over for Kalen DeBoer, the Huskies program that went to the national title game last year. Future looking bright, though, especially at that quarterback position. Just your very early thoughts on what UW has in store for them.
So Jed knows how to rebuild a team. He knows where they're weak. He understood that this was a team that, a year ago they were making a run for the national championship with Michael Penix and a loaded team with a lot of fifth and sixth year players, and they all left, okay? So this was a complete rebuild. The transfers he brought from Arizona helped. He was able to bring his rookie quarterback with him, played really well today. He's not going to play perfect, but you can see his potential. Washington should be a team, a franchise that can compete with anybody in the Big Ten. As Jed rebuilds this, I think Washington will be a player in the future. We got going for one of those playoff spots in the Big Ten.
Gary Danielson joining us here on HQ. Gary, certainly appreciate it. Another fantastic season. Happy New Year's to you and yours. Thanks for joining us.
Tom, thank you very much, buddy.
Another exciting game at the Sun Bowl here. Arguably one of the best ones we'll see all bowl season long. The team comparison for these two. Tied at 28 at halftime. Louisville got out to a lead there in the third quarter, but Washington made it a game late as we saw all unfold with that two-point conversion attempt and then the onside kick at the very end.